You should probably be fondling this one, not that one, because no one's buying that one.
Ooh, okay. Well, Josh likes the direct mount.
Welcome to UltraView. Here's a new site. He's going to explain the differences, starting with the first one that you made, the first one you made to begin with.
Yeah, so this is our OG slider that we launched in 2023.
You should probably introduce yourself authentically. I'm a terrible host.
That's all right. My name is Craig Francis. I'm the Vice President of Brand and Marketing here at UV. So our new slider 2 is launching in 2 days. It will be live by the time you're seeing this video. It just is a wild improvement over our original slider, which by and large is still a fantastic sight. This is actually my prototype that I got 2 years ago. I shot my bull with this last year. This is still a great sight. This is just like leaps and bounds improved.
Okay.
A lot of what we've learned here that we've carried over to here, we were talking about before we press record, is just how we think about ergonomics within our design language, how your hand should mesh and function with a sight. Our dual dial, our nested elevation and windage is carried over into slider 2 that's now patented.
It was very clear that that was heavily a focus when this first site came out, and I remember you guys sent one that I did a review on right at the beginning, and it was amazing how much more comfortable and easy it was to actually move, which, you know, your average knucklehead or bow hunter's probably not really paying attention to the reality of that, and no one's still, even since that's come out and that's been out for a while, no one's even still gotten to where it feels anywhere near as comfortable as that.
And it's not something you really realize until you're exposed to something that's better that makes you realize,
I agree.
Oh, what I've been using, I didn't know that I don't like it as much as I now don't like it because I've seen and tasted something better. But yeah, so our new slider 2, the highlights that everyone's going to want to know, comes in pick mount, bridge lock, and direct mount.
Well, a better question, what was wrong here that you improved here? Why is this better? Not to say it was wrong, but this is a channel where I get nitpicky.
Sure.
Right? So what was wrong with this that you improved here? What was the focus?
Sure. So size, weight, and form factor is probably like one of the biggest things. This is like depending on the configuration, can be 4, 5, 6 ounces heavier than this. And when you're
a lot for a
when you're 10 miles deep in the backcountry, like that's you know, third of a pound is a lot. The bridge lock bar has the jog in it, so you're not quite in line with the riser. How like long your windage bar, all of that's like weight savings design language.
Sure.
This is honestly like much more complex, and there's way more bits and pieces in the bill of materials, like quantity list. There's just a lot more parts in this.
That makes sense.
Which, when you design something for manufacturability, less parts, you inherently like tilt the scale towards being more durable because there's fewer points of failure.
One, you assume quieter too, because when you start putting more pieces in there, it's going to vibrate more when you fire it.
100%.
Bows vibrate. They're like a tuning fork.
Yeah. So we've just gotten our engineering team. I'm a brand guy. It's funny that I'm doing this video, but they like you build things with the level of understanding that you have presently from the previous things that you've made. This is better because we made this. We learned a lot by making this, and we improved upon them here. I think the form factor thing is just like the main.
It's drastic for sure.
Right.
You definitely readdress the indicator needle stuff from this to this a lot. I mean, the whole head's a lot smaller.
Yeah.
The light system that comes as an option for this is drastically better than what you have.
Correct. Yeah. So in the slider 2, the light is an option. We don't make you buy it. If you live in a state where you can't use a light, we're not going to make you spend the extra money to have a light.
Yep.
So that was feedback that we heard from the market.
That was
awesome. I was like, we could easily implement that, make it a choice. So that light is USB-C rechargeable versus our old scopes have the CR 2032 battery that's kind of difficult to change.
And it eats batteries too.
Yep.
It doesn't. The light doesn't last that long. So that's
so
a huge.
So this light will last up to 70 hours on the lowest setting. It's got a 15-minute auto off. This one, the old one, had a 4-minute auto off.
Gotcha.
Lights drastically improved. One of the things that was like a huge knock on this is pin brightness.
Sure.
We like really solved that with our new pin cartridges. Our pins are. This slider 2 will come in a V1, a V3, an H3, or an H5.
Okay.
Pins are also 15 thou. I know that you don't like that.
If you're only going to have one option, that's obviously the logical one because it's still A 15 is still big enough that bad eyesight can still see it, and it gives you a little bit more pin brightness. And for those that don't know the difference, when you're shrinking the size of your fiber, the pin goes dull sooner if you're not using a light. People that hunt in the West where lights aren't legal, it's very common to want a slightly bigger pin because it'll be brighter a little longer. I like to shoot stuff farther away, so smaller is better in my world, but that doesn't mean that that's what everybody wants, and that makes a lot of sense why you went that route. Which, does anybody even offer 15 other than you guys? I don't think I've seen it.
I don't think so. Fact check me, internet, but...
Yeah, comment down below that we're both full of shit and wrong and all that stuff, but I'm pretty sure that nobody else makes a 15 thousandths fiber that makes sights.
Yeah. So we make 10 thousandths and 19 thousandths in our UV3 XL scope, which is still on the market. Buy the scope, mount it to your sight of choice. If you're adamant about wanting a smaller pin, we make something for that. It's just not quite in this. Other improvements, biggest thing, this Gen 1 slider didn't have a 20-yard home stop feature.
Yep.
And so you could roll past your...
zero stop.
Zero stop.
Yeah.
The slider 2 has that home... It's like a mandatory...
Adjustable locker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Adjustable locker on there. Our indicator stack is all new in here, much tighter tolerances. Our indicators are razor sharp. You can cut yourself on them. Be careful when you're working on it. But that is a fine aiming point on our sight tapes, which are laminated vinyl, waterproof. They're some of the best sight tapes, in my opinion, made in the market. While we're on sight tapes, all Slider 2 will come pre-installed with a metal sight end tape, which is a new thing that we're doing.
That's cool.
And we also have laser engraved metal sight tapes available separately if you want a metal sight tape.
That's cool.
Which is a lot of feedback that we've heard.
Yeah, it's a pretty popular thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually find them to be less legible in a hunting situation.
You should probably be fondling this one, not that one, because no one's buying that one.
Ooh, okay. Well, Josh likes the direct mount.
Well, there's a reason, though, and you know what we talked about.
Sure.
Do we want to hit on that or not?
Why don't you tell me what you think?
If you want this, buy the Mathews one, period. Because it's priced in a manner in which you're going to buy the Mathews one anyway.
So
Close enough?
We should talk about price.
All right, we should.
So the bridge lock version is going to come in at $599. The pick mount is at $549, and the direct mount, which is Josh's favorite, comes in at $499.
Well, if you're going to offer the different attachments and not charge something different for them, obviously go directly for the one that fits your bow the best. But if you are going to offer a price difference, this is low enough profile, you should be able to put it on anything and not have anything touch it. The advantage of most of these attachment systems is so the arrows in the quiver that is low profile on your bow doesn't touch the sight or the rest that you put on. This is shallow enough. I don't know a bow you could put this on where it would physically touch. So you can save yourself some money and just buy the direct mount version, get the same functional result. Is there a weight difference? I mean, maybe is this lighter than this?
They are
maybe
danger close, within like tenths of an ounce.
Yeah, a tenth of an ounce.
Yeah.
Spend the $50 on something else.
But we want to give people the choice.
Gotcha.
Obviously, you get some just a slight center of gravity improvements on bridge lock and pick mount. If you're like,
do you really? If it's mounted over like that?
I think so.
Okay. I'll bite.
Mount it to your bow. Tell us what you think. Yeah. Other things that we've changed in Slider 2, the dual dial wheel is now an over-molded rubber. So this rubber wheel on the OG slider is removable. There's inherently a little bit of slop because this rubber can expand and contract due to temperature. And so you could feel it kind of like rock back and forth.
For sure.
So that's a problem that we solved. This is over-molded, so this rubber ring is not
Is it just me, or is the windage like a lot cleaner too?
It's
like you can noticeably feel it?
So in the designing for manufacturability improvements, how this windage functions, much less parts in this windage knob. So it's much more, it's clickier than this one, much less complex, fewer parts, more durable, less points of failure in the new model. Let's see.
How much is the light by itself?
$99.
$99. So, hey, check these out. They're on the website right now. They're live. Comment down below on what you think of these sights. I know these guys got beat up really heavily when the Mathews Genuine came out for overpriced. What do you think now? Is it fair? Is it still stupid expensive? Is it cheap? I'm pretty sure you're not going to say cheap, but hey, you let us know. Comment down below. And go down to your local pro shop and buy this from them. Please, pretty please, with sugar on top. Go to your local shop, Put this on your bow. It's a phenomenal sight. If you're going to buy it online, and only if you're going to buy it online, podiumarchery.com for those archery needs. $99 and up is free shipping, and coupon code MFJJ may save you a little money, or it might not. You never know until you try.